people think A&R only function after they sign them.
They're not just there to be hanging around and be smoking loud.
And what with the file being born.
Hi guys, welcome to a special episode of the Unveal Afrobeats. We're doing this in collaboration with FreeMe TV, FreeMe Space, FreeMe Digital, and Studio X. My name is Excel Joab, and I am here with the lovely Melody Hassan. You're used to her, Melody Hassan. Anyway, we've got a lot of people in the studio here with us, a lot of talented people, important people, influential people, special people. Let me stop there. So, you know how we do it every week. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves. So this time, tell us your name and tell us what you do. So I'll start from here.
My name is Motolani Alade. I'm music editor of Pulse Nigeria.
My name is Ugo Ikeagwu. I'm a writer.
My name is Segun Akande, and I just came here to watch what's going on and see how my guys talk.
My name is Akan. I'm a writer.
Forefather, huh?
My name is Adeyemi Tunji. I curate playlists for Audio Mac and now for 506 Music.
Hi, my name is Lola. I'm an entertainment lawyer, and I have a duffel bag.
Okay, so today we're talking about A&R and music journalism, right? We're bridging those two together. So we're going to go around real quick. We'll start from Joey and come back. How do you define A&R?
For me, A&R is it's pretty much like an editor. You know, you're responsible for ideating for someone. You're ideating, making sure the sound's great. Looking for sounds, looking for artists, scouting, and marrying artists with producers, just making sure the music is good and everything surrounding the sound, the music, the arts just works, So you work with marketing, you work with promotion, you work with the managers, you work with A&R they're meant to play 10 generally.
Like in a football match.
Football balance, the guy who stays in the middle of the field and makes sure everything works. That's the A&R. The A&R manages the music.
I don't know what else to say after said all of that, but just building on what he said, I think an A&R is just more of someone that, like he says, is did you say married to the music? But you're just more of like a scout, someone that finds the sounds that the public would like. Most likely, also help with developing the talents, ensuring that their sound continues to evolve and grow. Someone that you have, and that's what I think it is really.
Lola?
So I would like to go by the traditional meaning of A&R. So they are the middlemen between usually the record label, and if you're an indie artist, so between you and your music and you and your record label and your music. And they don't. A lot of people think A&R only function after they've signed them. They function even before, and even A&R. There are people that have A&R deals. That I'm going to A&R you, and when your record label signs you, I'll be taking a bit out of your what do you call it, your calls or whatever it is, or when they sign you, I'm done, but you're gonna pay me off. It depends, or even advance you to. They do a lot of things like.
So they are A&R deals.
They are A&R deals, but they're usually the middleman even before. I want to start singing. This guy, he understands the sound. Like he's just like the priest in the music. So I'm going to tell you that this science is like, and I'm spiritual. Man and wife. I make you man and wife with the music. So he's usually the. I'm going by traditional definition. They're the middleman between music and whoever is creating.
Okay, before more, do these A&R days you just talked about? Do we have? Does that happen here in Nigeria?
Yeah, I know.
Nice. Totally.
The couple now about it.
Well, I don't think there's anything to add to what they have said, but I would like to add a few things. Like Drake's, there was a course before Poundcake, right? Where they said the guy said back in the days they and I used to tell us things that we do, but now they drink champagne with us and all that. So now the job has kind of evolved a little bit. The artists kind of have created control of whatever they do. But in a way, A&Rs just try to make things better. What do you want to do? This is what you want to do. Let's make it better for you. This is the fault here. Let's make it better. The tracks, the albums. How can we get them out? Who do you need to feature on this song? And that's it.
So I think for me, everyone has said everything interesting for me and very key. So for me, I think the most important thing is what I look at. Like I said, we have them in Nigeria, but you don't have people, someone that is attentive. to sound. Somebody that has that ears. There are a lot of people that have that. I think it's anointing, it's like oil, way day ahead, that you can say, okay, this is the sound that can work. This is the sound. Yeah. A lot of it's just few people that have that grace. It's not everybody. So in our contents, we have A&R, also have A&R as most loud with the managers and the smoke loud. But the distinction, what defines it? We talk about. So the difference between the A&R as most loud and your hand artist and the A&R that understands business, what Joey, Ade, Motolani has said is somebody that understands that and I know that I like football a lot. It's like a Xavi, alright? You're the person that makes sure that Messi scores. You're the person that makes sure that Messi looks good, the Busquets. You're not just there to be hanging around and be smoking loud. I really
don't know because you said everything and then you just kind of propped it up with the loud. But yeah, I like to think of it as like talent development. So it starts from like finding artists that fit a certain ideal, artists that have potential to do certain things, and then you go on to take these artists and developing the brand. So it goes from the music to their styling to basically if you have a vision for what this person will do and what is marketable, trying to fit this diamond in the rough to something that everyone wants to subscribe to. And then the final step for me is making sure that the finished product, what we deliver to fans, fits the entire vision. That's conclusion for me.
Okay, so how do you handle your personal relationship with artists? How do you handle it? How do you ensure that you stay professional? How do you draw the line basically?
So it's basically like you need to understand that, and it goes for artists as well. It's professional. As much as we're all creatives and certain lines will be blurred with time, you need to understand.
Is that allowed? Should you even blur the lines ever?
Yeah,
I think it can be helped.
You have to because there's a certain level of trust that comes with creative work. Creative people are very averse to feedback. And if they don't trust that you have their best interest in mind, they will feel like everything you're doing is just, you have this idea in your mind that doesn't work with what they're trying to do. So it's just making sure that you stay as professional as possible. For me, it's don't show up when you're not needed. Don't hang around. Like, if you're smoking loud, smoke your loud in your house. And let him smoke his loud in his house. Do you understand? It's things like that.
But can you smoke the loud together while working?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, lines will be blurred at certain instances, but just establishing boundaries and making sure that our relationship is professional first, and the personal elements is just to make sure that that professional part works as well as possible.
So smoke loud?
Sometimes.
Ugo?
Well, Sheikh has said it all. For me, I think that is a marriage. Alright, it's a marriage, and what we don't do here very well is that a lot of people in the industry don't understand trade-off. Alright, I think it's important that for you to know that that this is given does not mean that you abuse it. Alright, that you have access to this person, you do a job for this person, or you do an A&R project for this person. It's an access. It's a professional work that you are doing. That if you do it well, you get something else. You get like feedback to do more project and more stuff for the person, or even for another person. So the fact is that if you are hanging around, like Segun said, your time supposed to be earned by C's. You want to still go to club, Cubana, to go and chill at 12. It doesn't help your life. because at the end of the day, when
I'll say it's speaking facts.
And he is though.
Because it looks funny, but the thing is this, because at the end of the day, these guys are very cunning, alright? Cunning.
Who?
The artist. They know when they went to drop you. So for my interest that
they know when to drop you.
When you're playing a role. You're not the star. You're not the star in the movie. You're not the star in the movie. As an A&R, you're not the star in the movie. You're part of like the cast and crew, the people they don't see behind. So your job is to help the movie to look good. So if you have to carry camera to do all those jobs, like dating jobs at the back, you do it. But place a value on yourself, most importantly, alright? Do what you do as a service, as an art, because it's an ecosystem, it's an industry that you're part of. Don't go and mess it up because you want to be a groupie. And so it doesn't help anybody. So for me, it's just that trade-off. Understand the part where you have to do the job professionally, do it and go home. And come in and when you have to chill. It's not a bad thing to have all those things in between the work. It happens. We all do that, alright? But there should be a balance. If we're doing it because of the job, it helps us because at the end of the day, if we're all having that loud and every other thing, because it helps you to create, it helps you to talk, it helps you to do the things you are doing, it's for that space. Uncle, when we finish, auntie, when we finish, keep your own. I'll go to my house. So when you leave that circle now, you not come back again tomorrow because people think, Obani.
Basically, go home.
As Tolani.
Well, I like to think of creative processes like you are creating a bomb.
Like you're creating a bomb.
Bomb.
Yeah. Like you have to be careful and you have to understand what you're doing and the purpose of what you're doing it for. You have to understand that the amount of C4 to put in whatever you're doing to be able to do certain things. So if you're making music, right? Sometimes the kind of music like that like what I said the other time, the artist has the A&R has to understand what the artist wants to make. And they have to understand if what the artist is making correlates with that kind of vision. So you as an A&R, the artist is not doing what if he wants to do, you might be able to. Sometimes unlocking creative people involves unorthodox means, and if smoking loud with him is going to unlock the AI, then I don't see why you can't smoke like him. And the second part, drawing the line is kind of hard. Like Segun said, it's you need a level of relationship with certain people to be able to get them talking and to open up to you. But at the end of the day, you have to find a way to be their friend while being their enemy. There's no middle ground. I don't think there is a middle ground. That's it.
So you can't draw the line.
You can, but it's in the line. It's in the friendship that you draw the line.
It's a thing line. It's a line blurry across. Very blurry line. Yeah.
Okay, so Lola, what do you think? Well, I have a couple. First of all, never avoid finish. Create value. These two especially, I like to hammer on them because finish happens with everybody, whether or not I'm your friend or not. Some people see finish in professional level, right? So, in as much as you're avoiding finish, create value because, like Austin said, if you follow me on Twitter, I always shout about managers or people that smoke loud with your artists. I always say it. I'm not saying you shouldn't smoke loud. I would have placed PS4. I'm entering an artist's house. I'm saying the guy, how far now? You're supposed to be the A&R. You people are the ones shouting. You're even putting money to bed. Sometimes it's not like I'm not saying we shouldn't. Just sometimes we all get over to do that. And also, thirdly, remember that these people are humans. Call them by their names, by their government names. I try to do that. So when I'm calling you by your name, I'm not calling you as whoever you are. Look at me. I'm talking to that person. So you're not a fan. I'm not yours. I'm not your groupie. I'm your guy in the prophet. So I'm calling you. Whoever I'm calling you, Sheon, because that's your name.
I was calling Larry.
Okay, so try to see them as their personal person. Don't see them as that star because that celebrity or that thing that they are using is something that they created. Whether you like it or not, they molded themselves to be that person. When there's nobody with them, they're that other person. So see them as that other person and relate to that person first before you relate to the other person. Because somehow, if you're a good if the person is a good individual, it's to rub off to his music and whatever he does. So try to relate to that other person. So when person sees that, I'm seeing past that person that is here and I'm talking to that other person. And creating value because even if all of us smoke loud together and in between the smoking loud, I'm literally giving you gems that you can't get outside. You will still come back to me because you know that I'm the one giving you the gem. There's a people that will be smoking loud with you and they've lost all their senses. Or they'll be doing things with you and they've lost all their senses. These people will carry you handicapped. When they're done with you, they will bounce you and look for the guy that is smoking loud with them or is not smoking loud with them and is giving them the value. Create value. Remove the celebrity status from them. Always try to close. Try to put that veil on, there's something in contract law that it means unveiling. Remove the veil from them. See, reveal the veil, remove the veil, look at that person. It's you I have something to do with because if that person is good, it will rub off with the music. It's not music to the personal. Sometimes it does, either ways, but avoid finish. When the person is not your friend, they are not your friend, please try not to. Your friends. I try not to do that.
I don't know, I think the best way to really draw the line is just to be as professional as possible, and the only way to really do that is to execute on any given task that they say you need to do. So if they say you need to show up for a meeting or an interview at 10, you have to be there for 10. You don't give them that slack of 10:05, 10:30 because they're the artist, So I feel you just have to always ensure that way, they'll probably even respect you even better when you're showing that you're serious about your job. like you can't smoke your loud if that's your downtime. But then it's not, like you said, it's not see finish. You have to ensure that
this loud
is always. It's the only example. It's the only example given just off the top of my head. But like I think that's just the best real way to like draw the lines, just to show that you're actually professional. So that way.
Okay, Joey, talk about loud too.
One more. I mean,
no, it's very. I've worked with artists. Both as in a lot of ways, and popular artists. And one thing I always notice at every level is that these people just want value.
Exactly.
Above everything, they just want value. A lot of them are not structured. A lot of them don't understand. They don't understand boundaries. So they don't understand boundaries. An artist has called me by 2 a.m. Why? Because he thinks he can. And then in the morning when you wake up and you're like, hey, you called me by this time, I don't want to just talk to you. But now what would they do? With the fire being born. That's the question. Something virus enter, you need fire service. So it's that, and like you said, there's always the element of balance. For me, I'll be very practical as much as possible. When I go into when I have to go, yes.
Joey doesn't mind.
So when I go into the sort of spaces, at every point in time, I always go. First, I don't hang with them. You don't hang with artists. See finish is a bad thing.
Exactly.
Now see finish.
So never hang with artists.
Now see finish will make them come tweet sub you. Then later they'll tell their guy to tag you.
That's too specific.
You see this happen all the time.
Tag you.
Yes, I don't want to tag you. Say you know say na you.
In case you didn't get this one.
That person.
Next question I'm going to ask is, how do you identify, an artist that has potential or promise to be a big star? How do you, or not even necessarily to be a big star, like you listen to the music and you know that, okay, this guy or this lady has something that is what, it's what the world listening to and all that. Now I'm bringing Melody in because one, Melody is on radio, 1, 2, Melody has this thing she does called Melodies, where she focuses on upcoming artists that she feels are not getting enough attention, and she tries to put a spotlight on them. Don't be humble.
So quite honestly, I don't think there's like a format, like a fixed way to say, oh, so this, if you listen to this person's song and you be like, oh my god, this person is going to be really big. Because like last year, I don't want to be specific or mention anyone's name before they attack me on social media. I said. So basically, there's some artists that I listened to last year, let's say 2018 or 2017, like, oh my god, this guy is really dope. And I'm like, oh, I can place a bet on this guy in 2019, this person is going to be really big. And this is like November, and nothing is happening. And this person has just like songs. I'm like, but this guy is really good. He sounds really good. Then you now hear some artists that you did not even hear in 2018 or 2017 that just come in 2019 and they will just say some things that you don't even understand, and this person like the biggest artist, like, what's this person singing? So there's really no so I can't say categorically that, as a person, this is for Melody, or as a person I would say, I can guarantee that this person is going to be really big. I can say, this person does good songs. When I listen to it, I like it. I say, this is really nice. But I can't say I'm very sure that this person is going to be big, because in 2019, some of the emerging artists who are doing really good music, or some of the emerging artists who are really big right now, artists I did not see coming in 2017 or 2018, and they just came, and somebody put money on them, and they're there now. So, like Joey said, maybe they don't need the promo, they need money. So I don't think putting them on melodies or whatever. I think they found an investor who put money on them.
Well, what do you think?
Okay, like Melody said, there's no hard and fast rule to this thing, but when I hear people's songs for the first time and I like them, what I try to do is, maybe because I'm a lawyer, I like to do due diligence. That is, I'll go back to you when you started, what you've been doing, how you, like your growth. I want to see your growth. And I also try to see your character. Because your character to work is also going to determine you. You can be singing, be the best singing or if there's an English like be the best vocalist in the world that be carrying falsetto from now to tomorrow. If your attitude is bad to your work, it's going to, at some point you might be getting the buzz, but that buzz is just going to go because you cannot keep up with whatever you're doing. So the money also is part of it.
Yeah.
The money is also a big part of it. So in as much as you sing the best, and I'm like, oh, and I also try to, because music is very relative. You might not blow the next year. It might be in 5 years to come.
You never know.
You never know when you're going to blow. So there's no hard and fast rule about it. But like I said, I try to do my due diligence to see, where is this person coming from? What has he been doing? Is he a DIY person that with or without the money, he's still going to keep creating and keep evolving and try to put himself or herself in places that it's going to make them blow. So in as much as you're good, I try my best to tweet about you or reach out to you if I can. But if I see that even your attitude to reaching out to me too is not well, maybe you not blow through me, you blow through an investor's money or something.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because of, I would say, like, the playlisting that I do with Audio Mac, I realized that, like, I listen to so much music every day, and then you realize that, like, everybody, you can tell who's talented, but then you can't tell who's going to, because, like, that's when you realize that there are two sides of the music industry. There's, like, the actual talent, and then there's the money, the promo, like you're saying, the money, the vibe.
There's no vibe. Everybody's vibing.
So I mean, so like I don't know. There's no real hard and fast rule to anything. I mean, even who remembers like that song that went viral Friday, that Rebecca Black song? Like I wouldn't say anyone here would say that was like a great song, but that was as in, you don't know what people are going to like these days. Like there's no real formula to it. So I mean, Lil Nas X has sometimes, but I mean, as in that's just the whole thing now. As in, you can't really tell who's going to blow, but you can tell what's good. Yeah. But then, like, what's good and what's going to be marketable are two different things as well. So I mean, so nowadays with artists, it's even more about, it's more than the music now. It's about people want someone they can relate with. Some people want someone that they can, connect to, all these things. So, I mean, there's just more, like the music industry is more than the music, which is crazy to me.
Joy.
So you won't know that.
How do you know who's going to blow?
First, I say it all the time. Nobody knows. Even the person that will blow does not know you. But it's true.
No, I don't. Sorry to call you short, but people. I see some artists tweets. I know. I always know.
Everybody's lying. Everybody has to.
At the start of every month, let me tell you a new story. At the start of every month, everybody tweets that this month will be good. The day I made the mistake of tweeting that thing, lots of retweets, thousands of retweets. This one, that was my worst month. I swear. So forget all those things they do there. He entered, they rolled the dice and it worked, but they didn't know. Because if they knew, they would have gone to home and slept and brought out this particular song that blew them. So nobody knows. It's the same way. Yeah. But if you have a trainer, if you got more insights and you got knowledge of some sort, or you have experience, and the only thing that I think is the common denominator with everybody that blows is that they offer the market something new. Always. Always. Anybody that really blows, not the ones that will come out and have one song or something old that something new. They remix it. There's something new, whether it's their voice. Check out your top 10. No two people have the same voice.
In Nigeria?
Yeah, top 10.
I'm serious and pessimistic about
Joe Boy has 2 songs in the top 10. Check it. They have everybody don't have the same voice.
Top 10 what?
I'm saying Joe Boy has 2 songs.
No, I'm just saying that whether it's voice, whether it's sound, whether it's anything, but they offer something. They offer something unique.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between Joe Boy and Fireboy's type of music?
What is the difference between Joe Boy and Fireboy's type of music?
They don't sing the
same. One is growing, one has plateaued.
One is growing,
one has plateaued.
You guys fix the rest.
Moving on.
Keep it moving.
Cut that part up.
No, leave it. No cut that.
Moving on very swiftly.
That's what I was saying. So nobody knows what you can do is as a business person. As a business person, what you do is why do you want anybody to blow? What's your interest? For example, if I want good music, I can find them everywhere on the internet, and then you say, this one good. But if you're going to be putting down money or capital, or human resources, anything to anything, then you're not looking at goodness anymore. You're looking at what will make it for you. What will bring back return on investment. That's what you're looking for. So at every point in time, how do you know an artist will blow? is the one that has above everything, is the one that has money behind him. Once you have money behind you, things work better for you always. Look at anybody that has blown.
Maybe.
Yes now. Yes now. Look at people with a good story. Look at people that can, people with an angle to this, because everybody get vibe. What's your vibe really? So it's a lot of things, but nobody can tell you that, oh, you will blow. People can say what you're doing is nice, they can encourage you, they can
keep
support
doing it,
you,
maybe.
they can put you on melodies, but only God can blow you.
Sorry to cut you off. Can I have something like, so do you think there's no such thing as organic blowing anymore?
As organic blowing?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, I have an answer myself, but I just want to know what you think.
The systems that blow you, the amplification, everything costs money.
Yeah.
Everything.
So now we don't have any artists in Nigeria to 2019 who blew organically.
Who blew organically?
You can't really. You can't really.
We never had artists who blew organically.
Mention one. Name one now.
It's not.
It's anything that you can have one single, but then you can't
It's not 3 years.
Olamide didn't blow organically. Talent will always match money for it to be amplified in this market. Always. Always. And you can't even hide it because many know what
can you give an example?
Wait. I have a perfect example. Naira Marley did not blow. What are you saying? He didn't blow with money. What?
Let's check on site. Segun has 2,000 watts. He has 2,000 watts.
No, he blew after he got arrested.
Wait,
no. 2,000 watts on Naira
last year.
Did they beg to put it on?
Wait, Segun has 2,000 watts.
He sang Japa before you say
Okay, so now, Segun.
So let me, I just want to speak to what the question. Naira Marley's so I think about it in terms of the finished product, in terms of like the music, because before you get a sense of who's going to pop, you need to listen to what they're putting out. Okay. And then I want to think about it in terms of the artists themselves. So the music for me is, when I, like my time as a journalist full time, what I used to listen out for was artists that know their sound, but not afraid to stretch the borders of what they can do. People like that, for me, names that come off the top of my head, Burna, Lady Donny. Burna knew what he was doing from the get-go, but was always willing to stretch it to certain audiences. Lady Donny's new project is very different from the jazz-oriented stuff she did earlier on.
Very, very different.
So it's stuff like that points to the fact that you can blow with what's working for you, but if you find certain pockets, you can always switch into those pockets, and it's always it helps to amplify your stuff. On the artist end, I feel like artists who are deliberate with their stuff always pop. A name that comes to mind for me is, and I don't want to do this, is Rema, for instance. Everything that Rema has done feels like there's been a 10-year plan somewhere that someone is ticking stuff off. It's different from, say, an artist who drops a song, doesn't drop something for 2 years and puts out photos. It's like XXX launches new photos.
You tweeted about this shit.
I don't care about your photos, bro. Like, I don't. You get, so there's that. There's also the fact that you want artists who see the big picture. For a lot of these guys, they just want to have a song that's on TV, that's on radio, that their friends will call them, I just saw you on TV.
Or they enter the club and the DJ do
that's all for them. And if you don't
they'll have a conveyor belt.
Conveyor
belt of women.
Complimentary drink.
And
on the house.
If you don't see the big picture, you don't understand now that your music is
She belongs to this
20-25% of the entirety of your brand. There's a problem. Because if you're putting 100% of your efforts into that music, you only be within that pocket of people that listen to your stuff. And when you see artists that, without any form of amplification, without any form of support, they're already thinking about those things. You know that if they get that support, like you guys said, they can propel themselves to a certain level. About Naira Marley had been doing music in the UK
for a long time.
It didn't pop. Someone tweeted a couple of months ago that Naira Marley came to Africa and just became big.
That
got
was
to a
from
point
the UK.
where street culture, Nigerian pop culture had sucked itself dry. And the next place to go to was street culture. That's why Akege really popped. Shaku Shaku crossed Third Mainland and became something that people were dancing and putting on social media. And people from outside from outside the country were.
It's an MBA.
Michael Blackson was doing Shaku Shaku on his own comedy skits. So Naira just like slipped himself into that pocket and crossed third mainland with everybody else. That's usually what he did from Japa. And then again, you have to spot certain movements. You have to spot certain movements. Like the Segun song, for instance. There was a certain thing about Nigeria appearing at the World Cup from our jersey.
Yeah.
It was
So the fact that there was a bunch of young players to the Nike campaign, and then the song is there, and then they pick it as like the official or unofficial Nigerian.
Yes.
I think she's particular about fun.
She's particular about it being organic.
Doesn't answer my question.
You need the money.
It's a goal was on Fader.
Yes.
Prof, there was money.
You have to do press. You have to do your music around.
I'm not disputing that fact, but you guys made it. You guys talked about artists who got funding to push their music.
You can't operate on this market.
As opposed to
You cannot operate on this market.
Yes, I get you. But I am saying that we have some artists who necessarily do not have that, did not start with the big.
Naira Marley's funding is why EFCC came out. That's your question.
That type of funding.
There is funding.
Look at it. You know there's a bunch of artists that have been signed to major labels in this country. They have big machines behind
And
them.
nothing really happened.
Yes.
So it's two things.
I have too many
like
examples.
a marriage, for instance.
Who did Naira Marley
You
are
need to
talking
know
about?
what you're trying to do. You need to know the pockets you're trying to put yourself into.
Yeah.
And then when this thing comes to help you, it just fits into it. So if you're saying there's a World Cup happening and I want to have my song as one of the songs people are thinking about, you have a plan, and then the money comes to get people like Fader to come write about you. There's a plan already. It's different from you dropping a random pop song and then Fader is covering you. There's no context for it. So it's two things meeting each other. That's what I think about it.
Okay. All right. I think first of all, I just want to get something. Organic growth is a myth.
Yes.
Anywhere, it is. It is. I just want to start. If I don't say this again, I can go out and go and sleep. See, it's a myth. There is nothing. What do you want to? Who are you organicing? Because when a world where algorithm defines everything, shapes everything that you see, shapes everything that you hear, shapes everything that you come in contact with.
So even the digital age, there's now
There's
gatekeepers everywhere.
numbers everywhere.
So if you're somewhere and you're not thinking, you're not being smart. Okay, the thing is this: for the last let's say 10-15 years up to this point, you can pinpoint landmarks, things that artists that have gone far have been able to do. All right. For example, Burna Boy, the sound was unique. When he came with Like to Party and every other thing, what we're hearing on radio was kind of crazy. It was a Terry G era, everything. He came. He came and brought the sound down. All right. That is like, so if even if it's the same thing, you go back to Two-Face time. All right, when everybody was making noise, Two-Face came with his own sound. He brought everything down.
Man, the CC and techno going mid-tempo
and everything. So organic growth is, unless you're not a thinking person, unless you're a stupid person, you just stay in your house and think that everything is organic. No, you're very stupid. It's not organic because you have to think, you have to work with the team, you have to look at and say, what is working? What does the market work? I used to be an agency guy, so maybe that's why I see things differently, all right? For example, when we sell products that are like small sachet of milk that people buy as far as Zamfara, okay, it's not organic growth. the brand managers and the marketing manager that asks us to do things to create content and everything, it's not organic. Nothing is organic in this life. Even Jesus did not come, he didn't just drop.
There was no John the Baptist preaching his gospel.
Like this is like a 1,000-year rollout plan.
No, exactly.
In prophecies from way back. So it's like,
So let me finish, please. The next few seconds. So what I'm saying is this, please. It doesn't make sense. So look at what works. My problem with a lot of artists is that if you sit in their space, that they don't think beyond the studio and the loud. If you
this loud,
no, my problem is this.
Which goes loud?
No, my problem is that I love music. All right, so I feel that if you're gonna find yourself in that space to create, be serious with it. Alright, there are people that their lives are dependent on this, and there are people that they listen to your music, they feel good and every other thing. You're not just playing around. This is not jokes for any other person. So if you get into that space, understand what works. There are people that have done this thing in the last few years in Nigeria, in breaking and arresting. What have they done? Like Joe has said it, Segun has said it. There are things that the market is looking at for each year. There are things that the market want to see each year, and people want to connect to this, and also yourself as a person. And the thing is that at the end of the day, that turns into being bankable. I came from the East before I moved to Lagos. All right, there were artists in the East that were better than some of the ones that you know now. But the thing is when the people cross River Niger to get into Onitsha, all right, and move to Oka, Enugu, get to Trasekulu, the rest of them, those ones there, they were not bankable. That is another part that defines everything, because you think that music is not charity. Nobody's giving you money because they like it. They're not Bill Gates. Too many. So you have to.
Thank you. Motolani.
I think you guys are being unfair to me right now, because you guys have said a lot of things. I don't even know what to say. But I guess first there's no other fast road to this thing. There's no formula to blow in.
There's no formula to know how an artist will blow.
And that takes me to talking about organic growth. In Nigeria, before I come back to Nigeria, even in advanced climes and the US, for example, 3 songs that you can say grew organically are Bawa, Alem Sheikh, organically, quote unquote, Gangnam Style by Sai. Wait, I said quote unquote.
What's the last one?
They have China.
Bawa, quote unquote, and then Nas X. People will tell you, wait, now.
You know he's landing.
I think you're forgetting one important song, but
people will say these songs grew organically.
I want to ask you.
There is nothing.
Would you say Fetiwap's first single?
Nothing. I'm agreeing with you.
Let him come. Let him get to the next.
What if people will tell you that
Let him cross the
these songs
Niger.
grew organically? My guy, there is nothing like organic growth anyway. Sai, for example, I think Sai signed to Sony Music while he was in Japan or something. And then the song grew because they created a campaign around it that made people start dancing and creating videos. Yes. Bawa, Alem Sheikh. Now, these songs came at a time where people were obsessed with flash mobs. Dance movies were creating flash mobs. Everybody was creating flash mobs. Step Up, everybody. They were all creating flash mobs. And the labels that signed Bawa, for example, when Alem Sheikh came out, what they did was, start a flash mob. Create influencers. Decided dancing on social media. Mario Balotelli started dancing to Alem Sheikh on
LeBron did it too.
LeBron James started dancing Alem Sheikh on social media. Now this brings me back to Nas X. People say Nas X grew organically.
On
How?
TikTok. They said.
How?
They said.
No, I mean,
how?
No, with Nas X, wasn't it basically it was a country song, and it was when they removed it.
That song, I think I can make a case for you.
That wasn't a part of it. That was a big part of it.
Let him finish.
Go on, but that's what I think.
I can make a case for you, Nas X.
That's how it seems.
There is nothing like organic.
I don't agree.
Wait.
It's not fertilizer.
Nas X.
Joe said it. It's not a song.
There is
Let me see some things you don't know.
I don't agree.
Some things you don't know. A lot of these people.
Nas X.
These people. Yeah, finish.
No, you want to say?
No, finish.
Nas X dropped the record on SoundCloud. That was the first place to drop that song. He recorded it and put it on SoundCloud. A lot of people started listening to it on SoundCloud. The only reason that shit blew off SoundCloud, can I curse?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can curse.
The only reason that shit blew off SoundCloud
Yeah,
was because people were putting this stuff on playlists.
playlists.
Do you think regular people were putting these things on playlists?
No, SoundCloud.
Now,
They only announce when they announce.
Oh, bless you.
The only
there are
announce when they
kingmakers
announce.
and gatekeepers in every industry. If you are not going to blow it, you are not going to.
And there's nothing you can do
And
about
there's
it.
nothing.
And there's nothing to do about it.
It's
not democracy.
Can I point something out?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in 20 years ago, when we're talking about like the emergence of Africa, we're talking about guys like Tuface and the rest of them. They were dealing with much smaller markets. Much smaller markets. Now you're dealing with markets where 30 albums are dropping every Friday. What's the incentive for me to look for
Listen to your music.
Listen to 30 people drop 10 tracks.
15, 21.
15, 20, thank you.
Wow.
If you're Chris Brown, if you're
This
Chris
one
Brown,
song
16.
shows me that you're good enough for me to continuously
Chris Brown.
listen to those songs. And then tell my friends, because that's how organic growth starts. Sharing with other
Yes,
people.
yes.
What's the incentive for me to sift through those 30 albums? That's like 600 plus songs.
Of course.
And find the one that pops and share with those people. And then they think that it pops and then share. Because that's organic growth. It doesn't happen anymore. now before you listen to a song, there's curators like yourself that tell people this song pops. That's why stuff like melodies.
That's influence. It's not pure anymore.
You're a gatekeeper.
That's not true. That's not true.
Wait. That was just my
I'm not saying you're a gatekeeper. What I'm saying is
Whether you like it or not.
Nobody influenced it.
I don't like the term.
No, see.
You're biased. You're biased.
But
The kind of music you
there are
like.
people that
You are
cannot
going to play it
sift
more than any other.
Yes, sure.
They can't sift through those things, so they come to people like him, who have a sense like him, who have a sense of like, this is what's popping, this is what you should
So let me listen to that because you.
Before Melody tweeted about it, that's how it works.
No, I started listening to Tay because AOT tweeted people should look out for this guy in 2013. That's when I started listening.
Let me tell you, I started listening to Tay what?
It's okay.
It's okay, he's not paying us. Let's move on.
Wait, sorry. Now the problem is this. Now,
Tay is not paying
talking
us.
about Nas X didn't even blow while he was on TikTok. He did not blow.
That was after.
It was a niche success. Nas X blew when that song became a scandal, got onto the control charts.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And do you think that the scandal was organic?
What if it was organic?
It wasn't. Sorry, let's move on. I think
So let's move on.
We'll talk about this on the
Okay,
podcast.
so
Argue in the comment section.
I did the comment
so
section.
yes.
With that, we have come to the end
Yes,
of this
we-
special episode. Big shout out to everybody that came through. Big shout out to Studio X, FreeMe TV, FreeMe Digital, FreeMe Space, and especially Unveal Afrobeats and Incubation. You can listen to this. The audio will be released on Boomplay, AudioMac, and SoundCloud, while the video will be released on YouTube. Subscribe to FreeMe TV on YouTube, and you can catch all the videos and everywhere and all the episodes we have done in the past. So thank you very much. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you very much.
Shala.
See you next time.
For funnels.
Bye bye.
With this sort of lines and you don't smoke.
When somebody is paying you for a service, do it.
My name is Excel Joab, and today we're going to be talking about the consumer experience in terms of music.